Coach in Vallejo. Dude. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Steiny. Hey, Goo.
Hey.
You know, Steiny, I like it. I really like you, Steiny, and I hope you let me say this. But, when you said IQ goes down when Kuminga plays, I think that's wrong.
Well, how should I say it? Coach, I'll give you...
Okay,
go ahead. My bad.
Okay,
All you.
What I want to say is this. It's kind of easy to say when someone's young and athletic that they don't have the basketball IQ. Now, Kuminga, actually, he has very good basketball IQ. That's why he plays defense so well. He even talked about how much he studies his opponent before they play. Now, if you would have used that same idea towards Jordan Poole, I would be more inclined to be with you because he's made some of the worst IQ plays I've seen in the history of basketball, and I'm 67 years old. Okay, but Kuminga actually, I think what he does sometimes, he overthinks. He's trying to be too careful, but I think he plays pretty intelligent out there.
Let me ask you this, Coach, dead serious. So you don't have a problem with the phrase, you know what, when so-and-so comes out onto the floor, their IQ gets a little lower. You're actually just taking exception to me saying about Kuminga.
No, actually, no, Steiny.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this. I think that's easy to say to athletes that are athletic and young.
Oh, I got you.
You can be young and have a good basketball IQ. I think when LeBron came out, he had a very high basketball IQ, and he was 18 years old, Yeah, and you know what? Thanks, Coach. I appreciate that, and I respect that. I appreciate that.
To me, like, when I say, like, Kuminga on defense right now, to me, he's figuring out that he's got an ability to defend on the ball.
Yeah.
But over the course of his career, which is 1.5 years, Coach, like, it's the help part of the defense that, the Warriors have rules and they got, just like, let's say a big man gets the ball at a low post. And, they have like 3 different coverages, depending. They might be in blue or whatever it's called. And what blue means is we are not double teaming when that guy gets the ball at all. Then there might be another coverage, a color, where they say as soon as this big man gets the ball, we're doubling him right away. Or there might be something where we're going to double on the first dribble. So, like, the whole team has to be tied into knowing exactly when we're going to go double team their center and when we're going to wait or when we're not going to do it at all. That's the part that experience, like, you can't, it's so hard to teach. It just is. And that's what I meant about Kuminga. Like, he and Wiseman defensively, and we don't need to talk much more about Wiseman. I just feel like the Warriors' defense is kind of so sophisticated when they're switching everything, and you really got to be connected, and those guys sometimes aren't as connected as the veterans.
Well, when you break it down,
I appreciate that, Coach.
When you break it down like that, it doesn't sound as offensive as what made Coach to pick up the phone, and it made you sound like you were singling out Kuminga. But with all that said, Kuminga's ass was not on the floor at the end of the game yesterday, and he wasn't on the floor for most of these games that has the Warriors with this bad road record and this ability to start games and getting in the hole. That's on the guys, the Jackson 5 that I keep talking about has the best plus-minus record, and now I'm scratching my head as to, okay, why are they starting off slow? Steiny, you were not available yesterday. I pictured you in the air. Jeff Van Gundy, the guys were doing the game. Bream, there was a sequence. Jonathan Kuminga, I guess, didn't throw the ball, move it up court fast enough. And the Warrior, I text JD, was it just me, this true story, or was that sequence weird? He said, Goo, it was weird. The Warrior guys, the bench got up as if he was the Antichrist, like he did something.
Can you explain the play to me?
No, it was like basically, okay, even if
Did the
Kuminga
Lakers
messed
score?
Up, no.
All right.
The Warriors had the ball.
Okay.
The Warriors had the ball, and I guess Kuminga didn't push it fast enough. And the sideline, what I didn't like about it is, why are you guys telling the world that I effed up? Like, I get it,
this a
but
place
damn, tell me
Curry-
during a timeout.
Did Curry, was this when Curry was in the corner? And did he say, like, point something? Like, okay, no. I saw another highlight that.
But my whole thing was, yeah, he's young, but why are you guys? It was a mistake. Okay, that we know, but I didn't like the energy behind sit your ass down and tell me when I come to the sideline. And then what did the announcers do? They start going in like, I thought, who had they been talking to before the game to be like, well, Kuminga, he kind of gets it. He's got the athleticism.
Exactly.
But then they start talking about, and I was just like, wow, that was a bit heavy for a mistake. But I text JD, he caught it, he heard it. He's like, Goo, I'll give you, it was kind of weird, but I just thought, he was like, it was a lot of energy on a Kuminga mistake.
Well, maybe it was one of those mistakes that he's been making for a year and a half. I can't speak to it. And I can't make a judgment on it, but maybe.
And Kuminga's looking like, I know he probably was like, if you don't sit but it was everybody like, wow.
And you know what? Like this is the challenge of having 5 champions and 5 inexperienced players. It's just not conducive. The young kids got to grow, and the old guys are impatient because they only have one more run.